My name is Jeremy Bennett. I am a pharmacist with the Atlanta VA, and I've been coming to Turning Point Church since Easter of 2023. So a little bit about my story. October 2010, I turned away from Christianity. I gave up, I stopped trying, I lost faith. What had happened was my grandma, that was a church woman, praying all the time, looking after the family, had passed away. I didn't get to attend her funeral. I was failing out of college. It took me a little over 12 years to finally say yes again. I was going to church back and forth, but I didn't believe what I was hearing. It took me a couple more months to, start getting committed again, and that's when Easter came around. We decided we'll try to find a church to try out. Slowly over time, trying to get a little bit more involved and coming to church every Sunday, but I'll come into church and I'll go. I wasn't interacting. I wasn't on the dream team. I wasn't doing small group. And then ran into Taylor, and then Taylor was like, hey, come join this group. And it was the marriage one. So my wife was gonna do it with me because that was the day where they talked about small groups and I was gonna skip out. It was kind of an eye-opener, just seeing there is a sense of community in church. And there's so much negativity about church sometimes, but if you're not involved in the church, you never really know what's going on. This past year, when my wife was pregnant, we faced a lot of challenges. We were told that our baby was gonna have issues, that our child might not make it. They had heart complications. We had to go see a specialist. Fluid on the heart, fluid on the kidneys. It might be a genetic disorder. It might be a virus, all these issues. We did a full ultrasound, the best of the best specialists. And even by just being involved in small groups, I was able to meet the pastors. I never had a pastor pray for me my whole life. And the day before our final appointment for the specialist, Pastor Michael and Pastor Rob prayed over me. I'm in the church crying tears. And the next morning, they said there was nothing wrong with our baby. Went home, I was crying. I cried in church, cried at home. I cried for the next 3 days straight. And my wife was just at peace. And then she was like, you just have to have a little faith.
How's your baby now?
She's gonna be 2 months on Saturday, the 1st. A lot of times too, people have their, yes men. My wife was my no man, or my no woman. No, you're not gonna say this. No, you're not gonna skip church. No, you're not gonna do X, Y, Z. My wife has been there, my number one supporter. She gave this to me when I was going through a hard time. This pen is over 7 years old. And it's the scripture, Jeremiah 29:11. She's the one that first introduced me to it. I just keep it as something as a reminder when I'm having anxiety, when I'm having a little bit of doubt, when I'm having a little bit of fear. One of the things I would say is give it a try. Don't give up. I rededicated my life in 2022, joined Turning Point Easter 2023, didn't join a small group till about fall of 2023. So it took me some time, but I wish I had done it sooner. So I can say now for the first time that I have a church family.